Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Couple minutes late. My apologies. Just trying to get everything updated for you. A busy weather day, and we are going to be watching things all the way through tonight, overnight into tomorrow. It is a first warning impact day. Because of the threat for severe weather, we'll be running the radar loop there on the bottom left of your screen, and also, of course, keeping you updated on this storm system that's developing in the Gulf, and that will be bringing us activity. For now, mostly cloudy skies, as seen on our Tower Cam network in Tavares. It's a relatively quiet start to the day, and as a matter of fact, we can see first warning live Doppler radar is showing a few light showers, nothing too bad. Let me just lapse this. Kind of see a little bit of rain marching into downtown Orlando as we speak. Again, light in nature, nothing too strong. We widen it out and you can see a little bit of rain over on Florida's west coast coming on in. Not a big deal there, but because of the overall scenario today, we are calling it a first warning impact day because temperatures are going to climb and we've kind of just got the overall dynamics for strong to severe storms to fire up. So let's take a look at the forecast then. This morning, relatively quiet, a few showers around. Notice lunchtime, temperatures are warming nicely, about 82. We'll make it to 86 degrees this afternoon, and there's the rain chances rising. 30, 50, 60. Through the afternoon into tonight, there is that threat for strong to severe storms. So before we get any deeper, let's just break down today's severe weather threat, okay? Level 2 out of 5 risk for scattered strong to severe storms on our western areas. Level 1 out of 5 risk for strong to severe storms in the metro area and off to the east. And when we break down those threats, the biggest concern is going to be damaging winds, isolated tornadoes, flooding rains, and even pockets of very heavy rainfall leading to blinding conditions. Hail, not as much a concern for us, but it's definitely something that we'll be watching just because of the kind of natural progression of things, okay? So that's today. Tomorrow, particularly early tomorrow, we've got this overarching idea for strong to severe storms. So all of Central Florida, basically under that level 2 out of 5 risk for strong to severe storms. Tomorrow is going to be a first warning weather day. We haven't made that like public dissertation yet, but I mean, I guess we are right now. But that's what tomorrow is going to look like. So we've got a couple of days of some pretty nasty storms around. So again, in terms of planning your day, let's look at this planner again. The first part is fine. Lunchtime is fine. But into the afternoon and evening, it's going to be getting stormier and stormier. Kellyanne is there now. Marquise will be there for noon and 4. I will be there 5, 5:30, 6, 7, 10, 11. And I will be there overnight tonight doing a handoff with Kellyanne. So I know what you're saying. What's the model say? What does Futurecast say? So this is one of those scenarios where we may have to look, remember there's different flavors of Futurecast, we may have to look at kind of the different ones. So let's start this morning showing a few showers around, nothing too bad. By about 2, 3 o'clock, we're starting to see some of those showers. And then notice 6, 7 o'clock, we're starting to see more and more activity. There, 10 o'clock, at least according to Futurecast, is when the stormy weather really gets going. And then late tonight, as in overnight, we get some of that more intense stuff. This is our main flavor of Futurecast, and if I'm honest with you, I have not felt it doing a very good job. I don't. Know your tools, know when your tools are not excelling. So we look to beta Futurecast, okay? And the beta Futurecast has been doing a better job, but it's showing only we've got it apparently in long range. That's why it's beta, of course. Okay, cool. All right, so let's switch over and look at rapid refresh. Futurecast. All right, so the rapid update Futurecast has some showers this morning. Okay, and then into the afternoon, that's where we're starting to popcorn up more and more of these storms. And then, of course, overnight, things get feistier and feistier. Let's see. A few showers around. And then, yeah, as that warm front lifts around dinner time, that's when things are going to get loud and nasty. There's midnight, there's 1 a.m., there's 2 a.m. So, again, for timing purposes, it looks like it's going to be overnight. It looks like it's going to be one of those scenarios where settling into bed tonight, we have to keep weather aware. So how can you do this? Well, we learned on the Coffee Talk drive-thru that the app is what most people use. Now, for you, you can download the Wesh 2 News app and specify the alerts that you want turned on. You can turn off the storm approaching and the lightning nearby. That way it doesn't wake you up. But watches and warnings is going to be something you'll want to turn on a day like today because of the threat of severe weather coming essentially overnight. And I want you to be able to sleep, but I also want you to be able to know you can be awakened. So that's probably not a bad little scenario. So here we are with that storm system firing up in the Gulf, bringing the moisture to central Florida. That's today. We're going to keep things stormy for tomorrow. We're going to keep storms around on Friday. And then even into Saturday, we're keeping storms around. But notice Saturday into Sunday, there's a cool front moving in. So we've got days of this. Even if the severe weather threat isn't there the entirety, all right, look at the rain chances these next few days. We're going to keep stormy 60, 70% for today and tomorrow. And then Friday, Saturday, we're kind of tapering things down. And then after that, we actually look far, far, far better. Far better. The overall 7-day forecast, a drastic improvement looking ahead to Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. So take a look. Here's our 7-day forecast, okay? Stormy weather, impact day today. Tomorrow, we're going to make that red. We're going to go first warning weather day for tomorrow. And then Friday, Saturday, the intensity of the weather comes down a little bit. But look what else comes down Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Those temperatures, big drop in temperatures. So we've got that to look forward to. But in the meantime, for us today, it's kind of just watching that severe weather threat. Okay? So that's kind of where we're at. Questions, comments, concerns, my friends, anything. Now's the time we can chat a little bit about it. I want to make sure to get you all taken care of. Laura says I had to turn the lighting off for one of the watch. I had to turn the lightning one off, but always have the watches and warnings on. I get it. I've turned off the rain notifications, like when a storm is approaching, and I've turned off the lightning one. But the watches and warnings is something that we should keep for sure. Yeah. Janice says, thank you for keeping us safe and updated. I will also add, remember when I told you that we're not doing afternoon coffee talks? On the most days, that's the way it is. But on a day like today, where it's a first warning impact day, we're adding in an afternoon coffee talk today, okay? So 3:30 today, we will do an update, letting you know where we are, letting you know where the model guidance is showing us. We're not doing it normally. I don't have it in me. I'm burning out. But on a day like today, we need to do this sort of thing. So we'll do a 3:30 afternoon coffee talk, and then probably we'll add a 9 p.m. Coffee talk because I'm working from Amalfi. So all the things I said I was going to do for burnout, we're going to kind of throw it to the wind for today, just because we need to do these sorts of things. Okay. All right. Let's see here. Julie says, yay, a drop in temps. Yeah, that's the nice part, but we do have a stormy pattern. And I would also add, the one thing to remember, and for those of you that have followed us for a while, know that October and November are always the timeline that we start establishing our new overall weather patterns. This not only is an interesting little feature to watch, right? But it's being taken into account for our hurricane season forecast. And then watching the jet stream dynamics is a very El Nino pattern. I'm also watching this for winter and spring severe weather setups. this is going to recycle over and over again and bring us a severe weather element. Tina's asking, what areas are going to be the most impacted? That's a good question. So for right now, it's really our entire area. This afternoon, it's more along the lines of like, the western areas. But then overnight tonight into tomorrow, kind of watching the whole area. So there's a good shot for us all to get into some sort of severe weather mode. And I wish, Tina, that I could give you like specificity, but at this point, we're watching to see how this storm system starts to evolve. You can see in the bottom left corner of your screen, it's just getting going. It's out near Texas. Where does the warm front position, and where is the warm front as the low is moving our direction? Okay, so that's working all in tandem together, either for us or against us. So again, just kind of showing you the model data, like this afternoon, we're quiet, but we start to see those storms increasing in coverage through dinner time and bedtime, and then overnight. There's 11:30. I think we're going to be busy in that weather center overnight tonight. And as I mentioned, I plan on staying until at least 2 a.m. to do the handoff to Kellyanne. In the event that I need to stay later to help her out, sucks, but it is what it is. So that's our standard Futurecast. One thing I would like to show you is our tornado threat mode. And what this looks at, it's kind of, we don't use this very often, but it looks at the shear in the atmosphere, the instability in the atmosphere. And through this afternoon, that's not really there. But watch tonight. Those grays, that's low-end shear. Not much, but we are going to start to see some of those warmer colors showing up, right? That's the tornado threat. And then through tomorrow, this, you see how it's kind of highlighted there as well? Like through tomorrow, late morning, early afternoon, that's also a thing. So that's why we've kind of got this 2 rounds, if you will, of severe weather threats. Yeah. Up here in Helen, Georgia for mine and the wife's honeymoon. Hopefully some of this cool air reaches back home because it's nice. James, we'll have it by early next week. Yeah, Kurt's asking, what about Viera? Are there any impacts you see? Yeah, I mean, Viera, just like the rest of Central Florida, is going to be watching for the threats of strong to severe storms. And not just for today, but for tomorrow as well. There you go. For today, you're under level 1 risk for isolated strong to severe storms. You're on the border tomorrow, but basically, isolated to scattered. During the summer months, any afternoon we could get a nasty storm. Okay? When we get into fall, winter, and spring, there's a little extra pep in some of the step. And so as such, these events have to be watched. El Nino complicates things because El Nino throws that jet stream further south, which means severe weather could get juiced up. When I think of El Nino storm systems like this, I think of the 98 tornadoes, I think of the 07 Groundhog Day tornadoes, and, the list could go on. Jet streams and areas of low pressure in the Gulf like this are not good. Okay, so that's where we're at. Brenda says, we definitely can't have you burning out. Thank you. I'm borderline, so... Beverly says, please get some sleep. We depend on you. I'm going to sleep. After coffee talk today, I'm going to get a little sleep before I go into the office today. Let's see here. Michael's asking about rerunning Futurecast for Thursday, Friday. So our main Futurecast, I don't think, is doing a great job with this scenario. So we're going to have to look at our rapid update Futurecast. All right. So here we are with a few showers early in the day. And that's what you'll notice for the most of today. Just a few showers. And interestingly enough, like 4 p.m., I can guarantee you 4 p.m. it'll be cloudy. It'll be relatively quiet. And there's going to be people that are like, I thought you said it was going to rain. But it's not raining on my parade. And the whole time we're saying this high coverage of storms is late in the day. Okay? Pause this mental picture for 1 second. Here's your forecast for today. Quiet for the most part, but 3, 4, 5, 6, through the late day, we pick up that coverage, okay? I don't want to hear you. It wasn't storming. It's exactly what we had said. All right. So there's Futurecast, 5 p.m. A few showers. I think it'll probably be a little more active than this, but not by much. But 6, 7 o'clock, that's when that warm front starts to lift to the north. And it's these little discrete cells that kind of get bubbling up. Those are the ones that we're of concern, right? So we have to see exactly where and when that happens. And then 10, 11 o'clock, the storm system itself starts moving in. And there's our, 1 a.m., 2 a.m. time frame. We're going to be tracking storms, and if I need to be on the air all night long, I'll be on the air all night long. All right. And then 4:30, 5 a.m., 6 a.m., more storms around our northern areas. And then perhaps even by lunchtime tomorrow, we're kind of watching a little frontal boundary kind of hanging out, funneling in more activity. So tomorrow has another opportunity for these nastier storms. And then we'll kind of Thursday evening quiet it down, and then getting another round of storms for tomorrow. Ruth says, I sure do miss watching you and your forecasts. Dish TV took Channel 2 off our lineup. I can't always try. I don't even know what to say. I'm sorry. You got me here. We're here together. There's that. At least it's something. Yeah, I don't know. Is this going to be similar to a floor Easter? We'll watch, Jerry. It's too early to tell that. Gustavo says, finally I can catch Coffee Talk on time. Hey, buddy. Glad to have you with us. Let's see here. Burnout is a real thing. Yeah, and I think I need to understand where I am with it and react accordingly. So, yeah. Cindy says, I remember December tornadoes years ago. Yes. This will probably recycle and give us severe weather as well. Over and over and over. Yeah. Eric feeds off the energy of others. I definitely do. Though I think just overall, I needed to scale some things back. So we'll do our afternoon coffee talk today. We'll do an evening coffee talk today. But yeah, for the most part, we've had to cut those out. Priscilla says, it's my 20th wedding anniversary today for Miguel, and I shout out for Miguel. Shout out, buddy. Mazel tov. Thank you very much, Priscilla. Happy anniversary to the both of you. How lovely is that? Yeah. Could you please give the forecast rain totals? Yeah, so our Futurecast model, let me dial that up. It's showing most of the rain up north, and that's why I don't buy that. Give me a second. Let me... All right, so here's the other flavor of Futurecast. Interesting, even this one's going most of the rain north. There we go. Okay, that's a little better. I'm like, what's happening here? So through Friday afternoon, there's going to be some spots, particularly out west, that are talking 3 to 5 inches of rain for the metro, 1 to 2 with higher amounts, 3 inches in spots. There's going so what am I taking from this? There's going to be some areas that are going to be getting 3 to 5 inches of rain the next couple of days, and there's some areas that are going to only get about a half an inch to an inch of rain. I wouldn't read too much into the actual spots with this, but overall, just that idea. All right. Taylor says, we keep telling you to take a break. We'll be fine for a few days. I'm not stopping coffee talk in the morning, ever. That's not happening. But yeah, afternoon coffee talk's going to have to go by the wayside, with the exception of severe weather days like today. So on a day like today, we need to do a 3:30. We need to do an evening one together. So we'll do that. But yeah, we'll do what we can. All right. Let's see here. When are those storms going to start again? I just logged on. I fly out at 6 from PBIA. So down south, it's going to be a different ball game. But for us in our area, we're looking at kind of dinner time, bedtime storms, and then overnight. And again, I'm not too proud. I'm not too proud to plug the old Wesh app. It's a great resource. You can get your news headlines, but also you can be in full control over weather alerts. You can turn things on for storms approaching or lightning nearby. My suggestion on a night like tonight, is have the storm approaching and lightning nearby turned on, and then when you go to bed, turn those off, because you can sleep and not worry about a storm approaching. It's not like you're doing soccer practice or anything, right? But leave the watches and warnings turned on. That way, if there's a warning in your area or you're aware of these things. I've got on my Wesh app. Oh my God, my eyes are getting way too old. Yeah. So in the settings section, you've got where you can turn on and off the different notifications. So that's my suggestion to you. It's a really great. If you click that customize alerts, you can do all of the fun things. Yeah. In the alerts section, you just click, severe weather and do all of that. So there's that, and we did a lot of work on this, so I have no problems. With doing a shameless plug. Bosses have never asked me to do it, so that's why I don't. Realize we live in Florida, we have more severe weather days than not. I get that, but you know what it is fall, winter, and spring, the jet stream gets involved. And that's when the severe weather could get potent. I think about 98, 40-something lives lost. I think about 2007 when you had, more than a dozen lives lost. And so those events, El Nino, Gulf storm systems. So I'm not saying that tonight at all. I'm just saying that with the jet stream the way that it is, there's a concern, right? And so this is where we have history shows us Central Florida has seen severe weather in the past. And so that's why we're doing what we're doing. All right? Extra P loan on hand. Oh God, yeah, absolutely. 100%. Let's see here. Friday, Saturday events, scattered all day or afternoon storms. So it looks like it's going to be more of like a midday to afternoon. It's not going to be an all day type thing, Yeah. Laura, okay, Eric, it's been 25 minutes. Log off and take a nap. I'm not stopping the mornings. We're gonna do about a half an hour. When I'm done, I'm done. Look, we're good. You don't have to push me out. I think I'm doing a decent job of self-regulating and knowing when I need to stop. So that's why we're not doing the afternoons anymore. We're good. We're good. I promise you we're good. I recognize that I needed to stop doing afternoons every day, and I am. So I'm taking care of myself, and I hope to heck that you all do the same thing. All right. Tara's asking, should we reschedule our plans to go to Epcot tomorrow, Thursday? Tara, without knowing when you're going, there could be some nastier storms. So without knowing when you're going, I would say the later, the better for tomorrow. Laura says, we care about you and want to make sure you're okay. We're family here. Thank you, my dear. I truly appreciate it. I'm recognizing when I'm okay and when I'm not okay. I'm doing a better job of that. Yeah. Looks like we best prepare for this storm like a tropical storm. I mean, I would say, if I'm honest with you, it's going to be a big, nasty rainmaker. There's going to be some severe weather, but this happens every so often during the fall, winter, and spring months. So we'll just watch for it. All right. How about the tropics? So we do have a new Tropical Storm Sean, way out there in the middle of the Atlantic. Doesn't look like it'll be a problem for us whatsoever, but kind of interesting. We now have 3 named storms, and there are only like 3 other seasons that have had this many named storms. So, yep, there you go. Busy in the tropics. It'll make the grass grow, and that makes me happy. Agreed. Yep. Okay, so if we all leave, you will have to sleep. All right, I'm going. Charles says, took the car instead of the scooter today. Yep, that's a good call, my friend. All right, so today is a first warning impact day because of the threat of those afternoon thunderstorms. Just to summarize again so that everybody's on the same page here, okay? There's the area, highest concern area highlighted in yellow for today's severe weather. The dynamics most in play there. western areas for Central Florida. Level 2 out of 5 risk for severe weather there. Level 1 out of 5 risk for severe weather, metro off to the east. And when we break down the threats, we're looking at damaging winds, tornadoes, and even flooding downpours as our primary concerns. Not really a hail event for today, okay? That's today. Then we looked at tomorrow. Tomorrow, my friends, all of us just about under a level 2 out of 5 risk for scattered strong to severe storms. And same kind of idea, tornadoes and flooding rain the biggest worry. Damaging winds less of a concern and hail less of a concern. So the next 2 days' time, today and tomorrow, Central Florida is watching that elevated threat for strong to severe storms. So I'm going to be with you. We'll do a 3:30 afternoon. This is, we don't do it very often anymore, but we're going to do a 3:30 coffee talk update to check in on model data, to see what the radar's doing, to get you ready for that dinner drive, that evening drive, that dinner time with the family, and evening tonight. And overnight, and I'm going to have the ability to do that because Marquise Mita is doing the 4 o'clock newscast. Then I'll be on the air at 5, 5:30, 6, 7, 10, 11, tracking these things. Evening coffee talk will catch up at about 9 o'clock, weather permitting. I mean, if it's all chaos, then forget about it. And then, if I need to be cutting in tonight, I will be doing just that. Okay? All right. You good? I'm good. I'm done. Be the sunshine in someone else's day. Thank you so much for hanging out and joining us for Coffee Talk. We do this 7 days a week in the mornings. I ain't giving it up. I'm not going anywhere. All right? All right. Time for me to take a nap. I will see you all live right here on the social channels at 3:30.